Chapter 10 of Ghost by Jason Reynolds. Analysis. Race day. We don't find out if Castle Cranshaw wins his race in the last chapter, but it's clear from the build-up to the race that he's already won in many ways. Just getting here has been a massive struggle. He had to overcome all those altercations and Coach's anger when he found out he stole the silver bullets from the store. In Chapter 9, Ghost's future very much hung in the balance. Coach was not going to allow him to run at all. Ghost appears to have learned his lesson by Chapter 10. I made up my mind I wouldn't do nothing that stupid ever again, he says. The electric blue uniform is a sign that he finally belongs to a team, and he's finally putting his past behind him. He even gets dressed in his own bedroom, a place he has not been comfortable to inhabit since his father tried to shoot him all those years ago. Ghost's success has also brought his family together. Aunt Sophie made a sign for the race. King says he looks like a superhero, and his mother says he looks like a champion. It seems a long time since she told Coach he was a serious problem in a non-too-positive way. She tells him she is proud of him and even discovers and likes his nickname of Ghost. The final hurdle is which race Ghost is going to run. He momentarily fears that Coach is going to cut him out as a final punishment when he selects Lou for the 100 and the 200 meters. However, Coach then tells Ghost he can run his favorite race, the 100 meters. Of course, the race made famous by Usain Bolt and more glamorous than the 200 meters. Castle is receiving the same kind of adoration he was so bitter about Lou receiving when he witnessed the defenders at their first training session back in Chapter 2, but his positive mood is brought to a screeching halt by the sudden appearance of Brandon Simmons. The school bully looked as shocked as Ghost. He was running in a team called the Bolts, apparently. There's no indication here that Brandon Simmons has changed very much at all. He's a static rather than a dynamic character. "You run," he responded, wiping his hands on his shorts. Then he snorted and shot breath out of his nose like he couldn't believe it. He sounds a bit like a dragon. "Like I was some kind of joke," Reynolds writes. So Simmons remains the antagonist in the story. However, there's another antagonist, a second antagonist in the story, Lou, who has clearly changed. Remember how hostile he was to Ghost when Ghost just turns up and runs and gets in the team in the earlier chapters? After the incident, as the incident with Brandon Simmons unfolds, Lou says, "Yeah," Lou said from behind me, "he runs real fast." He said, taunting Brandon. "It's me and you," he said, snapping me out of my Brandon Simmons nightmare. This is a very important episode. One of the themes of the novel is the importance of not being defined by other people. Brandon defined Ghost as a troublemaker. His father defined him as a victim. But Castle doesn't hit Brandon Simmons this time. They don't start a fight. There's not an altercation. Another theme is the bonding nature of teams. Lou, who's obviously a dynamic character because he's changed his attitude towards Ghost, helps Ghost overcome his Brandon Simmons hoodoo. Ghost then goes on to race. Like I said, we don't know who wins this race. It ends as they start running. There's a starter pistol gunshot, another symbol in the novel, which Ghost finds weird given his past. At the start of the race, there's some deliberate repetition of the language used in Chapter 1 where Ghost and his mother run from his father's gun. But this time the message is one of hope, not despair. I could feel my insides turning colors. I'm not sure what color Ghost said. Not red, not blue. Something else, something different. A color I never felt before. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this analysis of Ghost. Please do take the time to follow this channel on YouTube. Thank you.